David, tell me about that challenge of 100, not so bad. You got 100, it's straight ahead. Tell me about the challenge of running that curve on the 200.
Yeah, running the 200 curve especially is hard because gotta focus on staying in tight, but not too tight to push my guide out of the lane, and then not swing out wide at the same time. It's all about listening to his cues, but not only listening to his cues, but running full speed all out at the same time. So it's definitely a lot going on out there, and him having to keep me in, it's pretty hard.
How hard do you have to work on that to make sure that you guys are coordinated?
It's very hard, honestly, because, like I said, it's a hard thing to do for him to actually keep me in line. I'm a power sprinter, so to keep all this power that I'm putting out, in tight to him, and not only, to keep it in tight, but at the same time, yell the whole way around, it's very hard. And so what we do, out there on the track, is all about the behind the scenes things. So day in and day out, we're actually, going over race strategies, and then we're going over the race in our heads and stuff like that. And we're communicating with each other, not only through verbal, but physical cues.
How hard was it to find a guide that could keep up with you?
Well, they introduced Jerome. He's been through 4 Paralympic Games at the same time. So, he was already there when I was, coming up. So the thing was, I was training. I just wasn't ready yet to be guided by the best.
Oh, wow, thank you. Wow, it's awesome.
What's your name, sorry?
Jerome Avery.
Jerome Avery,
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And David, what's the relationship between you and Jerome? Obviously, you got to trust him with a whole bunch, but has he ever tried to play a fast one on you or test that trust?
Honestly, it's more than just a guide runner and runner relationship. Me and Jerome, we're like brothers. So, I got to deal with this dude back at the room and different things like that. So, of course, we joke around with each other. We laugh with each other. There's sometimes where we clash heads, but at the end of the day, we come together and we get it done out there on the track just like we did today.
How long have you guys known each other?
We've known each other for, honestly, 8 years now. I came into this thing young, and, he was a vet, and so, yeah, we've known each other for quite a while now, but we only been running with each other for about 4 years.
Can you talk a little bit about running in the atmosphere of the Drake relays?
Honestly, Drake is an amazing atmosphere. I can't really explain it. The electricity out there, is so, honestly, electrifying to, you can't help but just run fast. Drake itself, the track is a great track to run on, and the atmosphere around is almost like running at the games almost. So it's great. I love it.
Jerome, what's the most impressive thing that you see in David and that's helped him to be so successful among all the other support in the team and all the other people behind the scenes? But what's the most impressive thing about him?
It's his work ethic. David Brown, he works hard on the track. I see how much he wants to get better, and I know with my abilities as guiding, I can be right there to help aid him on to the victory. He puts in his work, and with that being said, that makes me have to work just as hard. So when we're done training, I have to do a little bit extra just to make sure I can keep up with this guy and we're on the same page. And that's what you need to be. You need to, honestly, as a guide runner, have to be faster than the athlete, or else it won't work. So he keeps me on my toes, and like he said, we both bump heads, but at the end of the day, we know the bigger purpose is to get him down that track in front. So if that means he got to pump me up and motivate me, I got to do the same thing so it works as a good team.
You guys knew each other for 8 years, and then just 4 years ago you started running together.
Yes.
What was the decision? How did you guys come together and say, we can make this a good team?
Honestly, it was because I started running fast. I mean, a simple way to put it, I started outrunning another guy that I was running with, and then we had to bring out the big guns. Jerome saw me out there in the middle of the track. I was running by myself with my coach clapping. I was doing a workout, just short accelerations, and Jerome was like, hey, you need me to step in? And my coach was like, you know what, yeah. Let's actually put you guys in the blocks a little bit, So we did some block starts. Things was going good. Things was clicking. I honestly tapped in to some speed I never even knew was there. And so my coach was like, you know what? The first race of the season, y'all two gonna run. I ran my fastest time ever with an American record, and I won the whole entire event at the same time. And then 3 races later, we broke the world record.
Jerome, for me, you're not knowing, but what's your history? What's your past?
I've qualified for the Olympic trials myself, 2000, 2004, and 2008.
Okay.
One door closes, another one opens. And even between then, the first time I've actually guide run it was in 2004.
Okay.
So I ran with another guy. He ended up getting a silver medal in long jump. 2008, I was with another guy who ended up getting a gold medal in Beijing. And then 2012 wasn't so good with an athlete that I had, but opportunity presented itself, and here we are to this day, continuing to run together.
That's a lot of pressure on you. You can't slack off and
not at all.
Not at all. A binge weekend, week of bad eating. And
I mean, it's one of those things. As a guide runner, you have to make those sacrifices. Someone else depends on you to get them down the track. So there isn't a such day as a pulled hamstring. There's no such day as I'm gonna take this day off, because David is ready to train, and when David is ready to train, I have to be ready to train.
And I like to brag on this dude too, because like he keeps on saying sacrifices. I have been in a massage therapy school this year, and this season has been kind of shaky as far as training goes. This guy sacrifices his time at the same time to wake up with me at 6 in the morning, and we're going out and we're training on the track, because that's what we need to do in order to get to where we're needing to be. So he's not only sacrificing, running with me, but at the same time he's sacrificing his time to wake up with me and to help me get to where I need to go.
David, I think you're an inspiration to a lot of people. Is there anyone that especially inspires you?
Honestly, this guy right here, and I'm not just saying that, Jerome Avery is an amazing athlete. At the same time, he keeps on talking about my work ethics, but him seeing, my work ethic, ethics is, also helping boosting his work ethics, that you can actually see, at the same time. Not only am I inspired by him, but all these athletes that ran out here today at the same time, they inspire me, because, we're all out there, we're fighting with different disabilities, but not only, they're not disabling us. We might be disabled, but we're able to do a lot of things at the same time. And so let that be an inspiration to everybody that, there's no limit to what you can do. Your biggest limitation is in your head.
Very good.
And then what obviously with the, on the big schedule, you got the Olympics and then Paralympics. And I know, do you guys have more than just the big 4-year meet? Is there world championships every 2 years like IAAF?
Yes, so we definitely have Paralympians coming up next year, which is in Peru.
Okay.
So we have that coming up, and they're still trying to figure out where our World Championships is going to be.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I don't think London wants us back. We'd love to come back to London.
Sure.
But if not, maybe Doha. We'll go back to Doha with the able-bodied athletes.
Right.
We're still looking for the site for the World Championships for Paralympics.
I say hosted here at Drake.
That'd be nice.
Well, congrats, guys. Thanks for bringing the nice weather from Chula Vista with you.
Of course,
Chula Vista. Thank you
All right.
for having us.
All right, guys.